Hello students, in this video let us learn lesson 8, the dinner party. The country is India. A colonial official and his wife are giving a large dinner party. They are seated with their guests, army officers and government officials and their wives, and a visiting American naturalist in their spacious dining room, which has a bare marble floor, open rafter and wide glass doors opening onto a veranda. So here one dinner party is arranged by a colonial official. Okay, so to his party army officers, government officials and their wives, okay, with the family, and visiting American naturalist. So naturalist means who is interested in animals and plants. They are called naturalists. So they are and all attending the party. So where it is going on means it is in the dining room. So the dining room is having a marble floor and open rafter. Rafter, it's the roof. Okay, in the roof you can see the beam, no? So that is only called rafter. Then wide glass doors opening onto a veranda. So glass doors are there through which you can go to the veranda. So this is the place where they are organizing the party. A spirited discussion springs up between a young girl who insists that women have outgrown the jumping on a chair at the sight of a mouse era, and a colonel who says that they haven't. So in the party discussions will be going on. So everybody will be talking casually. So in that place one young girl and a colonel, they are having an argument about that girls are very timid. Okay, so this is the opinion of the colonel. Okay, they will be getting frightened for everything and they will overreact for everything. That is the opinion of the colonel. But the girl said jumping on a chair at the sight of a mouse. So if a mouse comes means how the girls will scream and jump onto the chair. So that period of time is over. Now girls and all have changed and they all became matured and brave. So this is the opinion of that girl. The women's unfailing reaction in any crisis, the colonel says, is to scream. And while a man may feel like it, he has that ounce more of nerve control than a woman has. And that last ounce is what counts. So what the colonel is telling, for everything, whichever crisis means some a dangerous time or difficult period, that is called crisis. Okay, so if a crisis comes, the women's first and never failing reaction is to scream. Okay, so but women's reaction is screaming, but men, they have nerve control, they have self control, and they will control their feeling to scream or overreact. Okay, here he is using the word ounce. So what is the meaning of this word ounce is, it's a measuring of weight. Okay, so it's approximately 28 grams. Okay, so that is used by the other countries. Okay, so they use this quantity and all. So ounce. So he's telling 1 ounce of nerve control is extra for men. So that extra sense of control only is the difference between men and women. So this is the opinion of colonel. The American does not join in the argument but watches the other guests. As he looks, he sees a strange expression come over the face of the hostess. She is staring straight ahead, her muscles contracting slightly, with a slight gesture, she summons the servant standing behind her chair and whispers to him. The servant's eyes widen and he quickly leaves the room. So I said no already. The one of the guests was an American naturalist. So he didn't come and join in the argument, but he was observing everything. Okay. So as he looks, okay, one strange expression it came in the face of hostess. So hostess means the girl who serves. Okay. So that girl's expression was strange. Okay, and she having muscle contracting. So that is, she's controlling her expression, and she gave a gesture of summon. Summon means calling. Okay, she called a servant standing behind her and she whispered to him. Whisper means in a low voice telling something. So that is called whispering. So she whispered to him something, and the servant's face also changed. His reaction was also somewhat different. So his eyes are widening and he quickly left the room. Of the guests, none except the American notices this or sees the servant place a bowl of milk on the veranda just outside the open doors. So other guests and all, they didn't notice, but the American noticed that the servant kept a bowl of milk in on the veranda. Okay, so which is outside the dining room where the door is open. Okay, so in that place he kept a bowl of milk. So this is noticed only by the American. The American comes to with a start. In India, milk in a bowl means only one thing: bait for a snake. He realized there must be a cobra in the room. He looks up at the rafters, the likeliest place, but they are bare. Three corners of the room are empty, and in the fourth the servants are waiting to serve the next course. There is only one place left under the table. So the American understood something is going to happen in this room. So he noticed that bowl of milk. So he know that in India, bowl of milk means a bait for a snake. Bait means the food which is used to attract animal. Okay, so the favorite food for animal is kept as bait. Okay, so for seeing the food, the animal used to come out and get caught. So that is called bait. So milk, it's a favorite of snake and that's kept outside. So he realized some cobra is going to come to the room. So he is searching. So rafter, so the roof he is seeing and there is nothing. Then three corners of the room also empty. And in the fourth corner, servants were standing and waiting and for serving the next course. They have to serve the food to guests, no? So they are in the fourth corner. And there is only one more place left, that is under the table. Okay. His first impulse is to jump back and warn the others. But he knows the commotion would frighten the cobra into striking. He speaks quickly, the tone of his voice so arresting that it sobers everyone. So first his inner feeling, what it comes, it's like jumping. Okay, he want to jump and say to others that there is a cobra in this room. But he know that this commotion means noise, confusions. Okay, so that is called commotion. So this will be not nice in the dining room. So what he thought means, if he did like that, the snake would strike. Okay, the snake would bite someone. So he speaks quickly, the tone of his voice so arresting that it sobers everyone. So he's in a voice of seriousness, he just told, I want to know just what control everyone at this table has. I will count 300, that's 5 minutes, and not one of you is to move a muscle. Those who move will forfeit 50 rupees. Ready? Okay, so what he is doing, he is putting up a challenge. He want to know the control of the people in that table. Okay, so what he is telling, he is going to count for 3000, that is for 5 minutes. Okay, so each second he is going to count for 300. So they should not move little bit also. So if they move, they will lose 50 rupees. The 20 people sit like stone image while he counts. He is saying 208. When out of the corner of his eye he sees the cobra emerge and make for the bowl of milk. Screams ring out as he jumps to slam the veranda doors safely shut. Okay, so when he was counting the number, so all the people were like stone. So when he counted 208, the cobra came out to drink the milk in the bowl. So as the people screamed, he safely jumped to close the veranda door. You are right, Colonel, the host exclaims. A man has just shown us an example of perfect control. Okay, so he said, okay, the American said, you are right, Colonel. The men is having the perfect control. They are not screaming, they are not overreacting. Just a minute, the American says, turning to his hostess. Mrs. Venus, how did you know that a cobra was in the room? Okay, so the American is saying just a minute, turning to the hostess. Okay, so he is asking Mrs. Venus, how do you know that there is a cobra in the room? A faint smile lights up the woman's face as she replies, because it was crawling across my foot. The hostess, who was keeping the bowl of milk, so she know that there is a cobra in the room because the cobra was just crawling across her foot. In spite of that, she is a lady, she didn't overreact, she didn't scream, she was having so much of control. That's why the American could count for 208 counts. Okay, so now it is clear that women also have self-control. Okay, they also control their feelings, they do not scream immediately. Okay, so it depends upon person to person, who will scream, who will not scream. It's not like women or men, it depends upon the individual. Okay, so that's a lesson. Okay, so you have to read the lesson, children. So that's all for this video. Thank you, children.